Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking about this product. It is by Charlotte Tilbury, the Brightening Youth Glow. And I saw this go by on Instagram and I saw all of its claims and they were pretty compelling. So I'm just gonna read them to you really quickly because that's why I decided to try this product. 100% of the women said they saw an improvement in their skin tone and luminosity, and this was 30 women, by the way, tested over 4 weeks. I don't know the ages of the women, it doesn't say here, or the skin types that they had, but there are lots of 100% here, so I'm just to read the other ones. 100% see visible improvement in skin discoloration and age spots. Now that is the main point that I really wanted to see if it worked for me. I have discoloration. I call it discoloration, not age spots or sunspots from previous sun damage. In a moment, you'll see the application and you'll see where I have the darkness and discoloration. That's something I spent a lot of time on trying to adjust and camouflage and blur. So I'm willing to try anything to see if that will help me with the time and the effectiveness of whatever the technique or the product is to make my skin look like it's all the same color. And also it's important to know that this is a skincare product, which says it's ideal for color correcting skin as part of a skincare routine. It is a green algae extract that stimulates even pigmentation distribution across the skin, evening out skin tone. Vitamin B3 evens out skin tone and brightens complexion by reducing pigmentation. And it says that watercress extract brightens your skin by actively blocking melanin production. And then we've got 100% agree that their skin feels moisturized, 100% agree that skin feels smoother, and 94% agree it enhances their skin glow. I'm going to show you what it looks like on bare skin, and then I also have it on with my makeup on now. What I did was I only applied to half my face, so I don't know if you're able to tell. I have quite a few layers on top of it, so I don't know if it's fair to really ask it to perform through all of those layers, but I do have it on half of my face now. Now I have been using it for about a week, so it's not a first impression, but it's definitely an initial impression. I will continue to use it to see if I notice any more of a difference, but if you'd like to see how the application went and hear my final thoughts, please keep watching. I've prepped with moisturizer, so we're ready to go. Apply on its own or on top of my famous magic cream. I don't have a magic cream anymore, but I used a pretty emollient moisturizer by Tatcha, the indigo one. So I'm taking this much. I'm just gonna apply it to half of my face. Starting in the center, I'm just going to start on areas where I need the most coverage. As I look in the viewfinder, I'm noticing that you see a lot more reflection than you do in real life. I'm just going to do a little bit more because I have a lot of darkness on my forehead here. So I'll just do half again. Now we have product on this side, no product on this side. Immediately, though, it says you should see an improvement in skin tone and luminosity. I think, of course, because you have the reflective qualities in there, you're going to get that luminosity. Agree, pores and blemishes are instantly blurred. I don't know, let's take a look at the pores. Yeah, I agree that there's some blurring to the pores. There's some discoloration right under here. I have some broken capillaries. I think that it does a good job of blurring those almost better than these darker areas. And then I have a couple of acne scars right here, here. I don't know if it blurred them really. I think it's a very, very subtle difference. Very subtle. Although I have to say it doesn't look white on my skin. That was something I was concerned about. And you don't see individual particles in there, which I like. Yeah, the particles are very fine though. You don't see them. I'm gonna follow up with the Hourglass Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint. You can see what the difference is like. Now this does also have some light reflecting qualities, but we'll see if there's a difference on top of this. I'm gonna go in with the number 28 Primer Serum by Hourglass. I'm gonna add that right here, just to the other half of my face. That's because I normally put a primer down before I put on the skin tint. And there isn't anything reflective in this serum. Before I put the skin tint on, another thing I talked about is that the skin feels smoother. It does feel really smooth with this primer on there. My skin's been really dry, and smooth is not the word I'd use to describe it in the winter, so I think it definitely hits that mark. I'm gonna add skin tint to this side now with the Brightening Youth Glow on it, so we'll see if there's any difference having that underneath. I always add a little bit more to the center first. Now this skin tint is a medium to full coverage, and I'm going with a little bit of a thinner veil just because I want to see if it makes a difference to have this primer under it. Application's really smooth on top of this primer. It's so funny how different things look on camera sometimes as opposed to how they look in real life, because this skin tint is almost my skin color with a little bit more peach in it. But as I look in the viewfinder, it looks like a pale pink color, which it's not. I'm gonna go ahead and add skin tint to the other side, which does not have the Brightening Youth Glow. As I'm looking at this in the mirror, because I think that gives you the most accurate impression, because you're not looking through a camera, you're not looking through a monitor, you're looking at it straight on, and it's very slight and almost, I mean, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. There is a slight smoother texture to this side than to this side. I don't notice anything more reflective or luminous on this side than on this side. Yeah, it is very minimal. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, concealer, powder, all that stuff, and see if you can even tell there's a difference between the two sides, but we'll take a look and see how it looks and do comparison. And for the completed look, I added concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, and a lipstick, and that's it, I think. I do have a lot of makeup on top of the initial primer, and I don't know if you can tell. I mean, let me look in the mirror. So from my vantage point, what I do notice is it is just, like I said, when I first put on the skin tint, it is slightly smoother, just slightly. Also, the pores look a bit more minimized on this side. And I did the same application of product and techniques on both sides, and I am noticing that my pores do look a little bit more minimized with that primer on that side. Let's look back at those claims really quickly and see if I agree. 100% see an improvement in their skin tone and luminosity. So yes, you will get that luminosity just because of the particles in the product that reflect the light. So that's, yes, I agree with that one. 100% agree pores and blemishes are instantly blurred. Now pores, I don't know if they were instantly blurred, but I noticed with the makeup I did put on top of it, they are less visible on this side than on this side. But I don't know if I saw it just with a bare face. I can't say I really noticed that as much as I notice it now. 100% agree that their skin feels moisturized. I agree with that. 100% agree skin feels smoother. Yes, I agree with that. Definitely felt smoother. 100% see visible improvement in skin discoloration and age spots. After 8 weeks of use, I'll update you on color correcting claims at the end of February in February haul and favorites. I hope that that was helpful to you. Am I happy I purchased the product? Yes, I am, because I'm willing to try anything that claims that it will help with discoloration. Like I said, that is one of my main priorities. It is so time consuming. If you have the same issue, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you spend 80 or 90% of your time on just your face part before you actually get to doing anything fun like eye makeup or something like that. That is something I will continue to look into, and anytime I see anything like that have claims that amazing, I'm going to give it a try. I will continue using it. I'll let you know how I feel about it after I use up the entire container, because I'm on this focused kind of mission when it comes to purchasing products now. I want to use them to the end. So I will use this until it's empty. I don't want to waste anything. I don't return things, but I'm trying to be really careful about what I purchased in the first place so I don't have to return anything. So I will use this for the entirety of its life until it's gone, but I'll use it and see how it goes and see how I continue to like it and see if I repurchase it. My focus this year in looking at innovation in products is on blurring imperfections and also concealing. So I'll be looking at a lot of concealers this year in depth and trying a lot of new ones. So if you have anything like that you can suggest to me to use, I'm happy to try it out and pass on the information to you, because these solutions are on the more pricey side. So if I can save you money or put you in the right direction, I'd love to be able to do that. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Without the Youth Brightening Primer Serum Booster, some correcting, color correcting, refinishing products, some and a little. So I've got foundation. Now I've added, what? For the completed look, I've added anything like this that claims it discolors,